conversation. It's 11:28, so we're going to move on to other stories. Yes, you could still comment on this first story, but very quickly, let's just take a look at what happened in Anambra State. Soludo now the governor-elect, and we remember that from the last weekend when elections started, as was expected, there would be some sort of hiccup here or there. It's either we're going to hear stories about insecurity in a particular area that led to those people not voting, or we heard some officers that were supposed to be responsible for some polling booths saying that they were being threatened. There's one who said that he was made to sign off on under duress.
That one is heavy on the results. Sign now.
So very confusing things happening, and then we heard that people of Ihiala were not able to vote, and then they had to move it to the 9th of November, which ended up voting, and Soludo became the governor-elect. Do you think that, because some of the things that people were saying, we know that for all the other states, the major political parties are the governors, sort of have a governor who is governing that state. So it's either the PDP or the APC. But with Anambra State and ABGA being so strong, and how it was a tussle this time, with how people felt like they were trying to strong arm the people of Anambra to pick one of the two political giants.
But I want Nigerians to know something, like, let's not also just mistake PDP and APC. Some people lose out in PDP and APC, and they go to third parties.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that they're not part of APC and PDP.
Ah, okay.
I mean, Governor Mimiko, those states won with Labour Party because of his issues with PDP and AD first, then PDP. But now, where is he? He's back to PDP. So all these things,
so they're all coming from one of these giant political parties.
Soludo was former governor of CBN under Obasanjo as a PDP politician. So we all should always remember that, before we really start judging everybody as a saint just because they left APC and PDP. What surprised me is that IPOB allowed the election to go on.
They came up with a statement later on saying, "Oh, no
sit at home for this election.
Go on.
No sit at home. Mazi is in jail. Say this, let this one happen. Oil rich state, let this one happen first. Let's sit at home from next week." Nigeria, I say the politicking in this country is not easy. You have to be to keep abreast of it is almost like a full-time job. That's why many people are mystified by the system. Because there's so many moving parts every second. To just keep up is hard. So
what do you think this means for Anambra moving forward? Because we know that leading up to the election, it was plagued with a lot of insecurities. I believe that even one of the backs that some of these these people vying for office rode off of was, the insecurity. Everybody wants to let the people of Anambra to know that they are going to be safe moving forward. And it seemed like this was a message that was being passed across towards the upcoming elections, about who was going to be chosen, who was going to end up becoming governor. Finally, they have chosen. So what do you think this means then?
Yeah, but for me, it still shows that the Nigerian people are not engaged with this set of politicians. I mean, look at the numbers that voted for the governors to win. I mean, how many thousand? I don't think it go up to. Did it go up to? What was the number? I was following the polling unit. Some polling unit. Exactly. Only 250,000 people came out to vote.
Yeah, so they have a total number of 2,466,000 registered voters.
About 10%.
And then
a little over 10%.
3,388 accredited voters.
A little over 10% came out to vote. So, the other people that didn't come out to vote can decide that election. But they first of all, there was, the real citizens of Nigeria were too scared to come out to vote in this election. Let's just be sure about that. These 253,000, the majority of them are political thugs and You know, people already engaged in whatever is going on. You know, the crowd, the usual crowd that attends their rallies and all of that. You know, because when you watch TV, you see people, they have rallies, you know, and you just see crowd of people going there to support them. It's the same crowd of people that will go and vote for them. And Nigerians are not yet engaging, you know, because we don't feel inspired by their message. We don't see any hope in their policies, you know. But it's not only in Nigeria, you know. In the politics of the world today, we have to realize, except you truly polarize your country, like in America, where we had over 150 million people coming out to vote, unprecedented. You understand? Trump lost the election with 74 million votes. Can you believe that? You know, so that's to show you how polarized America is. And just as a side note, Trump getting 74 million votes shows me that America is not a post-racial society, as Obama was trying to make us believe. You know, so Nigeria, we as the people, we are not yet at that polar opposite. You know, we have not seen our election as us versus them, really. You know, in that way that we want to take the battle to the polls and everybody is coming out to defend their votes and things like that. You know, you can see even in America, when the Trump people lost, they stormed the Capitol. It's not easy to lose an election like that. I tell people, it's not only Africans that that find it easy to lose, don't find it easy to lose elections. You know, when you have a polarized country, you know, and Nigeria is quite polarized. Nigeria, that it is not in, it is not ideological polarization. It is more economic, you know, political.
Of course.
There's no ideology behind it. It's just a political polarization. You know, but we the people have to find our own feet. You know, in this whole game that we are playing called politics in Nigeria. And I'm happy to say, you know, Anambra State is one of the states that MOP has launched.
Oh,
so it's good that we have over 1 million and something voters that are not interested in any of these parties. Don't worry, MOP is coming to rescue you.
Let's take this question. Lagos Talks. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Do you hear me well? I see the voice cracking.
Yes, we can hear you. Is this Mr. T?
This is Mr. T calling from Italy.
Fantastic.
Mr. T, where have you been? Digitally, I've not heard from you in a minute.
Yeah, so I don't see live videos anymore. So I'm streaming this thing from satellite, you know.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll be back up on Bird's Eye View tomorrow.
All right.
So welcome to the show. Give us your 20 euro on this issue.
So my quick perspective is that when it comes to election in Nigeria, for me, I don't really believe it's over until maybe like 1 year or 2 years time. You know, like we saw what happened in Imo State. So I'm still watching though, and then you talked about, I mean, for example, here, right, when the election happens, for example, the last mayorship election, you know, you hardly even feel like an election was going on. You know, everything is just calm. But I feel sometimes too, you know, Nigerians don't really go out to vote because when the election time, it's like war is about to happen. You know, everything's just agitated. So, I don't know. They will let them know the movement of the people. You know, that's the future. And I'm supporting you.
Thank you.
That's like a future thing.
Thank you. And you know, one of the things that we as Nigerians also have to realize is that we must also find a new set of politicians. You know, we can't believe in this know-it-all group that think they're the only ones that can do it and expect everybody to just acquiesce to their demands, you know, and their positions. You know, we must give them a run for their money. It is our national duty.
Let's take this one. Lagos Talks. All right, 0809-234-5913, 0809-222-0913, 01515-0913, 01515-1913. Lagos Talks. Good morning. Who's speaking?
Good morning to you, and good morning, Seun.
Good morning, no.
Yeah, my name is Peter Monse from Shomolu.
Hi, Shomolu area, Mr. P. Welcome to the show.
My brother, welcome. Let me quickly say this. I'm saying from my personal experience, and I tell people this, because of what I have suffered in the hand of the police and the hand of the army. The army was even my cousin, sorry, my uncle, that I knew with, the army barracks there, what he did to me, that he lied against me in order to punish me unnecessarily and go free. And when he gave me money to go to market and buy something and come and cook soup, I used that money to transport myself from Odili to Transport State. I was 11 then. Why am I bringing in this? If an army tells you something in Nigeria, please, don't believe it. If the police tell you something in Nigeria like what Frank Bar was trying to put on the TV yesterday, and look at this, I said this is the same Frank Bar that was brought to one of the stations. And I called that day. I told him what I suffered in the hand of the police at Sunday Street in Tango. That when I told the police that I have only 15 naira, and they said, bring the inspector to hold us here. He said, 15 naira, I said, collect it from him. They collected it from him. When I reported to him that when he came to radio station, you know what he said? He said, maybe they have another offense I committed.
Hey.
Even if I committed another offense, they have collected 20 naira from me, and I didn't collect any or commit any offense. What I'm saying in a nutshell is that all those things you watch on the TV yesterday about the Odili film, those people, the principal person that said is a Malamu, that is a contractor, is a consultant to Malamu, that he needs to do message for him as 29 accounts they want him to collect. No, this one, Malamu did not know. I beg, when they bring international and independent investigators to investigate this, not police, not the army in Nigeria, I will never believe them.
Thank you. Well, we too, 1,000 soldiers attacked Kalakuta Republic, and we were told they were unknown soldiers. So I mean, let's not doubt the ability of the Nigerian security forces to spin a tale.
Lagos talks. Lagos talks.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Seun and Ifi.
Hi.
First and foremost, this is Sebastian. Let me tell you, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You never see finish. You see, we will see your palm. Yeah. And to the T, to the T, to the P, to the P. Right?
Yes,
Today is our day.
Today is our day.
We need to say it.
Indeed.
According to what Peter was saying just now, it is quite pertinent that it happens all the time. And people, it's like what Z was explaining yesterday, extortion. Police will extort you as much as you want. And when you go report them, they will tell you, okay, you committed another offense. You commit to report them. So it is what is happening. And also congratulations for the launch on the Anambra election. I guess I heard that right.
Oh no, yeah, we had launched in Anambra State before the election. Yeah.
Okay, yes. I mean for the launch, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We need to come out and start exercising our vote. But it is quite pertinent that for a state that have so many people, only just about 250,000 people came out to vote. But that is a discussion for another day.
Thank you. Definitely.
Have a beautiful weekend.
You too, my brother.
Thank you very much. Lagos talks.
Good afternoon, Ifi.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you.
You did best.
How you did?
Hello, sir. This is Hillary.
Hi, Hillary. Welcome.
Yes. I want to. This is not in the news or it's in the news. Mr. Obajide Sanwo-Olu, our governor, said Lagos is safe now. It's the safest place in Nigeria now that you can live in. I don't understand how this man come up with these things that he says sometimes. Yesterday night, so many apathetic cars was being robbed at Anambra to 7 Up because of the construction.
Hello. Lagos talks.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. What's your name?
Good morning, Seun.
Welcome to the show, Ebuka.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Happy weekend. Happy weekend. I think we'll keep it to the month end.
Every day till the month end is a birthday.
I like that.
So,
All
so
one.
about the polarization you have in this country, including controversy, instead of us to converge in one particular life, put assessment set aside, we are just knocking our heads together. I've listened to so many things. Hey, talking about the Anambra, it's unfortunate that it's during the election that we talk of democracy. Then when the election is finished, everybody goes to their people chamber and begin to do for their people. Now we do ourselves at the end of the day. Then again, political will not get there. So if all this thing is playing out, how are we going to move forward? How are we going to see that this country? Because we just get. Thank you.
Alrighty. This one is coming from Adese. Good morning, Ife and Seun Kuti. We realize election is not a do or die affair in Nigeria before we get it right. Seun, we need to educate our people, because the so-called Nigerians are selfish and they're fighting for their pockets. How many of their children school in Nigeria? Malami should remember his days are numbered in politics, and we will never forget him.
Well, the thing about it is, before I go on, let me just touch on what that guy was saying before his line went off about the traffic last night because of construction. And on my way to the island last night, I saw that traffic, people coming back. I don't know that there was robbery going on inside there, but yeah, I mean, those late night road construction, and they also curfew at midnight, and people are stuck in that traffic. Yeah. I don't get it. It should be better managed. It should be better managed. They're the ones that put the curfew in place. People are trying to get home. You're still using road. Can't you start the construction after curfew? After midnight. You're allowed to work late. To construct and build the city. But anyway, that's just me.
Lagos Talks, please turn off your radio.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Happy Birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yes. Good morning, Seun. How are you?
Good morning, my brother. I do.
My name is Alaji. I'm calling from Medjugorje in Shita.
Ah, okay. Bugo Shita. How you doing?
Yeah, my brother. I just want to bring down the Supreme Court Justice, the guy of Odili, the former governor of Rivers State. I think the police are just trying to cover up a crime being perpetrated by them. So it's not a politics. It's a crime that they have been, just being covered up. So they're being covering up, they turn it to be in an Hollywood. Then about the electoral saga yesterday, it has been a very common phenomenon on that road, that whenever there's a ghost flow and there's a rain falling, those people come out and rob people. They will come out and rob people. I don't know. I think someone who said Lagos is, safe now for everybody. I think that's the data line from the state government. So we are trying to then to do something about the security of this country. Thank you very much.
All right, Lagos Talks. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Ike.
Please speak louder.
This is Ike from Gold.
Ike, all right, let's hear you.
Yeah, about Anambra's election. If you want this, Anambra is not in favor about APC or PDP. What they are saying about after. If it is me, as I am now right now, if I go there and win the primary for governorship, I'll win the letter, because Anambra are not people that he can vote, he can fight against after. After is a continent. But you will take Anambra people that they should stick to this party to remember him. And that is what Anambra people are doing. So there's no party in Nigeria that can win Anambra state except after. So that is the cocoa. So Ludo is not because of his he was in APC. Before I talk to after, you know that when if he take that APC, he will surely fail. And the people that vote for this election is only the mama and them. Boys didn't come out because they don't want to comfort with the security. Even the young girls, they didn't come out. It's only the mothers that voted for this election to show that Anambra is for Africa. Nobody can buy Anambra with money.
What are your thoughts about this, mentality that they're saying that this particular political party is standing strong because of a mandate given to them by Ojukwu, as opposed to merit and who to move Anambra forward?
Ojukwu ran for presidential election. Let me not say the whole story in that same Anambra state. So it is what it is, As I said, even if they say the people, Ojukwu said you should vote for one person, that's why everybody votes for them. Only 250,000 out of 2 million, 2.4 listen to his instruction. You understand? So these things I said is because I always say it, even when I look at our presidential election, 15 million votes, Nigeria has 69 million registered voters. That means there's something missing in the political narrative that is not inspiring the majority of Nigerian voters to come out and vote. So this is what we must, also, how would I put it? This is something that we must analyze. Why is there so much voter apathy in the majority of Nigerian voters? And I believe it is because they are not inspired by the political process. As soon as a candidate or party comes that can truly inspire this silent majority, because there is a silent majority, who have not really exercised their voices. You understand? So yeah, this is because, you see, on election day, all these beneficiaries, all these bankers, all these big bankers, they all go and vote too. To make sure they carry out their workers. Everybody must go and vote. So we must now activate the silent majority, and that is what is going to free Nigeria. We must remember them when we create any kind of strategy towards our emancipation.
Vegas Talks. Good morning. What's your name?
Hello. Good morning.
How about you?
I've said it on political process is one of the reasons why we have political parties in this country, not only in Anambra State. Here in Lagos, we have about 5 million voters. How many are accredited? Not up to 1 million. And also, what contributes to this inadequate governance? Because
hello? Yes, we can hear you. Hello? Okay. Vegas Talks?
Yeah, a minute, you have to come back. Mr. Seun, you see, I saw a video online. APC, they gave this woman 5,000 naira. She rejected it. Then after the election, yes, Obiano gave the woman 1 million naira. I was like, what? See, this government people, this thing, they're trying to do showman stuff. Why not use the money, build roads, put infrastructure, and every other thing that people need? If you give the woman 1 million naira, what would she use the money to do? To say that economic downtime and inflation is the money will not go anywhere. It's unfortunate that our leaders they just keep giving us stories, and instead of us to even see it clearly, because I want disaster with the over of this country, honestly. Want everything. Thank you, I beg. Tell me.
All right, before we go, I just want to touch on this one very, very quickly. So there are reports that were released early this morning, and this is according to The Guardian, saying that the former governor, I beg your pardon, of Edo State, Mr. Lucky Benedion, is currently being grilled by operatives of the FCC over what a source has described as alleged criminal diversion of public funds to the tune of 1.6 billion.
They need him in APC. They need him in APC. I'm telling you that APC has lost Edo State. They need him in APC. They are like, we need to put some pressure.
Wow,
interesting. I mean, FFK's judge has said he can't continue the case. So I mean, we know these tactics. Nigerians should not lose sleep over this. As I was telling people last week too, that Obi Kubana his invitation, his negotiation. How much are you bringing to APC? If you think you're going to take that money to PDP.
Oh, wow. My goodness. And these are some of the things that we'll be seeing when we're inching towards the next election.
This is what I mean. History is my own evidence here. Too many people just have to switch parties and suddenly their crime disappears.
Oh, wow.
You know, it has happened too many times for us. Because once I hear EFCC is investigating anybody, I just know that that person is about to switch parties. And that's what always happens. That's what always happens.
And when they eventually do switch the parties, we don't hear anything about
the worst one
again.
was Odili Kalu.
Oh, yes.
That
played out in front of the whole Nigeria.
After his conviction, they say the wrong judge convicted. The judge that convicted him has been promoted. Didn't the judge know he had been promoted? Didn't he receive the promotion letter? Didn't he know he didn't work in that court anymore? They say the person that sentenced him, so the case is null and void. And they are not restarting it yet. I don't tire.
Nah, that was a shocker, but yet not shocking.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean that statement is so accurate because that is Nigeria. That statement you just made is
that
Nigeria.
Is Nigeria.
You know, a shocker that is not shocking.
That is not shocking.
We've been shocked too many times.
Let's take more calls. Lagos Talks. Please turn off your radio.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Celebration will never depart from you and the rest of us.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, the street, you know, in Hollywood, people converge, you know, for streets, you know, to participate, maybe to see if they'll put them after the audition and the rest. In this case, there are reasons I don't really want to mention my name, but a country where snake will swallow money and nothing is done, I don't think you can expect anything different. Hello?
Yes,
we are with you, we are listening, we are good listeners.
Hello?
What is happening to the line today?
I do not know. Lagos Talks, good afternoon.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, I beg your pardon.
If you are doing.
Very well, thank you. What's your name?
Sure, I greet you. My name is Val.
How you doing, Val?
Welcome.
I'm alright.
Where are you calling us from? Sorry.
I'm calling on first side.
Ah, okay. This your name sound like name we supposed to be Banana Island.
We are weak, but we are not awoken. We should read in between the lines. You can imagine when we have 2.5 million voters and less than 10% come out, decide an election. You that didn't vote, you are part of that remaining 90%. What will happen if half of this 90 or if 60% of this 90 come out? You will effect a very good change, a very positive change. People are aware that you are powerful with your votes, but they will do everything it takes to discourage you from voting. Try to participate. But those that the police brought yesterday for us to see, I don't believe in that. That's why I call it film trick. I don't believe in what they just did for us. And to another point of mine, you can now see that maybe it was actually an assassination attempt on the lives of those people that they went to their houses. If they cannot really come up with concrete culprits and all that, we are just hearing flimsy stories and all those stuff. It is terrible. Everything is always wanting to be swept under the carpet. One day now, one day, it must surely come out. Whether 5 days from now, 10 days from now, panels will be set up to investigate all these things in the past, and the culprits will definitely be brought to book. No matter how they do it, no matter where they run to, they will pay for their crimes.
Yes.
20 years from now, they will pay for it. It will come after them.
Justice doesn't sleep, you know. I mean, I even now, you know, the more I grow older, I believe now in cosmic justice more than the justice of humanity. You know, because even the laws of humanity have nothing to do with justice. You know, justice is something that is truly divine. I don't even think men have the wherewithal, this new man, this new way that we are in the world. I don't think man can dispense justice anymore. You know, man dispenses his own selfish interest in the name of his laws and says it's justice. But, you know, justice, they can't escape it. You know, you can't mortgage people's lives. These are sacred things, even though they're trying to tell us that the world is no longer sacred and it's despiritualized. But things are sacred. Human life is one of them. And those people that treat human life like toothpick, you know, definitely there will be divine retribution, whether they believe it or not, and not their own type. You know, you're not going to hell. It's in this world you will suffer it. You are not going to any hell.
Let's take this Lagos talks.
Good morning,
Good morning. What's your name?
Mr. Frank from Sarlatan.
All right, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, Seun, good morning.
Good morning.
I mean, I'm trying to see what gives people the confidence that everything they see about it, we are waiting for 2023. 2023, whoever is there will now solve all the problems at the back. I don't know, 2023 is not a kind of deadline that, oh, by the time we change the next government, everything will be out to I don't know where people get that confidence. Let us only pray, maybe we'll get a good leader and we'll move forward. Not what is happening that they will bring everybody to book. Nobody will waste that time when time comes. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. It is 11:59. We need to wrap this up so that the world news can come to you live from our media studios. Seun, it's time to say goodbye. Always a pleasure having conversation with you on the People's Perspective.
Yeah, man, it's the favorite part of my Friday. You know, I think this Friday is going to be more fun.
Hey.
there's
Oh my days!
There's free food happening tonight.
Indeed.
I'm not giving you the location,
Free
so you will not
food.
shut my ration.
Wow, I want to. Oh, please give me the location now.
What do you mean? I should give you. I'm
Give
talking
me
about talking to our audience. I'm not giving them the location. Nobody give me location.
Which of me?
I'm coming to eat your free food.
Hey, please show me where that free food is.
I'm ready.
Wow.
Every time I wear these shades out, it's because I'm ready to eat. I don't want to look face.
You don't want to.
I don't want to look face.
Oh my days. All right, Seun, before saying goodbye, please share your details.
Yeah, Instagram, Big Bird Kuti. If you want to listen to the show again, I always post it on my Instagram page. Facebook, Seun Kuti. And for those people that are not in Nigeria that use Twitter, because I'm a law-abiding citizen, I don't tweet from Nigeria. I employ somebody in London to tweet for me.
Oh wow.
At Seun Kuti.
Very, very impressed.
You know, thank you very much. And everybody, Lagos drivers, please give yourself road. You know, at least till I get home. Keep the road safe. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, thank you very much to everyone who was a part of the show and to everyone who's wished me a happy birthday. Thank you once again. People are still celebrating me and I appreciate it. God